sitting there, my breasts hurt so bad. I just want to
Welcome to our channel. Have you ever wondered what happens when the ambition for beauty goes too far? Today we're diving deep into the glamorous world of Hollywood to expose the secrets they want to bury. We'll bring you a list of celebrity plastic surgery disasters procedures gone so wrong you won't believe your eyes. Get ready to be shocked. Take a close look at these unbelievable transformations and let us know what you think. Do you agree that they ruined their natural beauty? Comment 1 if you agree. Comment 0 if you don't. And now, enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a subscribe to support the channel. Let's start exploring this story together. Amanda Lepore has always been a name that comes up whenever people talk about the most dramatic cosmetic transformations in the world of art and performance. Known not only for her bold physical changes, Amanda is also seen as a symbol of independence and determination in defining herself. For her, every feature and every aesthetic choice is tied to a deeper ideal, the journey to embody the image her heart had envisioned for so long. Born and raised in Cedar Grove, New Jersey, Amanda faced deep inner conflicts from a very young age. At 15, an age when many people still have little understanding of themselves, Amanda bravely began her gender transition journey, a major and challenging turning point. That was when she laid the first foundation stones for the image of the woman she had always envisioned. This was not an impulsive decision, but the calling of her true identity. Over the following decades, Amanda underwent a series of cosmetic procedures, each one both defining and creative. She had multiple breast augmentations to achieve her desired body proportions, rhinoplasty to match her facial features, lip injections for softness, cheek implants for fuller structure, and even rib surgery to create the waistline she aspired to. These changes were not just about appearance. They were pieces of an artwork in which Amanda was both the artist and the creation itself. What makes Amanda truly stand out is her rare level of transparency. While many people avoid or deny having cosmetic procedures, Amanda openly shares every part of her journey. She explains each surgery, why she chose to undergo it, and what she hopes to express through each transformation. For her, every procedure is not just about enhancing appearance, it is a way of telling her life story through the language of the body. Amanda's greatest inspiration comes from classic Hollywood icons, especially Marilyn Monroe, the woman who symbolizes softness, allure, and the art of refined beauty. From these icons, Amanda crafted her own signature style, creating an image that many praise as one of the most valuable figures in the worlds of fashion and performance. The nickname, the most expensive body in the world, comes not only from her appearance, but also from the effort, time, emotion, and unwavering determination she has poured into it. Even after achieving the image she desired, Amanda never stopped. She continues to work as a model performance artist and a familiar face at fashion and nightlife events. Every time she appears, she carries a radiant confidence, a persistent inner light that no surgery can create and no hardship can extinguish. Yet behind the glamour, Amanda's life is a story of resilience and self-acceptance. She has never aimed to conform to societal standards. What she strives for is to become the most beautiful, most authentic version of herself. It is this steadfastness that has turned Amanda into an empowering icon within the LGBTQ+ community, strongly inspiring those seeking their own voice and the right to live authentically. Amanda's journey reminds us that every person has the right to shape their life in the way they believe is right. The courage to live truthfully, even if it means being different, is often what turns us into a source of inspiration for others. Jocelyn Wildenstein has long been one of the most intriguing figures when it comes to famous transformations in the worlds of high society and art. Not only is she a New York icon known for her luxurious style and elite lifestyle, but she has also become a topic of discussion everywhere from traditional media to modern social networks. For decades, her name has been associated with a distinctive and controversial image, earning her nicknames like Catwoman or the Lion Woman. Those nicknames not only reflect her appearance, but also the cultural impact her transformation has made. Jocelyn's journey of altering her look is said to have begun from a desire to preserve the love of her ex-husband, wealthy art dealer Alec Wildenstein, who was famous for his passion for African wildcats. While only she truly knows her reasons, many sources suggest that the wish to maintain her husband's affection and attention drove her toward cosmetic procedures. Although her initial goal stemmed from love, what followed set her on a very different path, the path that made her one of the most talked about figures in cosmetic history. Over the years, Jocelyn is believed to have spent millions of dollars on cosmetic surgeries to reshape her face in a highly unique style. Multiple facelifts left her skin taut and firm to an extreme degree, while successive eyelid surgeries gave her almond-shaped eyes, a feature said to be inspired by the very cats her husband adored. Continuous cheek implants created high and full cheekbones, while upper lip augmentation, chin reshaping, and countless other injections completed her unmistakable appearance. Over time, Jocelyn's face became an icon of daring cosmetic trends, appearing frequently in tabloids, as well as in discussions about high society and aesthetics. Beauty experts have noted that she has undergone dozens of major and minor surgeries, from enhancing facial structure to making subtle refinements. However, what sets Jocelyn apart from many other notorious figures is not the number of surgeries, but her attitude toward all the criticism. Despite facing decades of ridicule, gossip, and sometimes harsh attacks online, Jocelyn has never wavered. She has consistently stood by her choices, asserting that her current appearance is the result of time and subtle adjustments, not an image of obsession or lack of control as many people assume. Today, with the camera flashes no longer as constant as before, Jocelyn chooses a more private life in New York. She still occasionally appears at high society events, maintaining her inherent elegance and confidence. No matter what the world says, Jocelyn Wildenstein remains true to herself, a steadfast, strong woman who has never regretted the decisions she made about the image she carefully built throughout her life. Jocelyn's story reminds us that everyone has the right to choose how they express themselves. Confidence and steadfastness in one's choices, even in the face of criticism, can sometimes be the greatest strength a person can possess. Linda Evangelista was an indispensable icon of the 1990s supermodel era, a time when just a glance or a subtle pose from her could set global trends. With her sharp features, versatile transformations, and commanding presence, Linda helped define the golden age of high fashion. No designer or renowned photographer would pass up the chance to work with her. Appearing on over 700 magazine covers is not only an impressive number, but also a testament to the influence few achieve in a lifetime. However, behind that dazzling glory was a major incident that seemed like something out of cautionary tales. In 2015, Linda decided to try a widely advertised cosmetic procedure, non-invasive fat freezing, also known as cool sculpting. It was a choice thousands of people had turned to in hopes of improving their appearance without surgery. Linda also believed that this safe procedure would help her maintain the flawless image the world had come to know. But instead of the gentle results promised in advertisements, Linda's body reacted in the exact opposite way. In the treated areas, the fat did not decrease. It grew into hard, unusually large masses. Doctors confirmed she had developed paradoxical adipose hyperplasia PH, an extremely rare complication affecting less than 1% of patients. These hard fat deposits could not be broken down through exercise dieting or even liposuction, leaving Linda in despair. For a supermodel who once mastered every camera angle, she now looked in the mirror and didn't recognize herself. The pain came not only from physical changes, but also from deep emotional trauma. From being one of the most admired women on the planet, Linda was forced to retreat from the spotlight and live in seclusion for many years. For someone who had spent her entire life in front of the camera, disappearing was not an easy choice. It was a helpless response to shame and loss. It wasn't until September 2021 that Linda found the courage to break her silence. In a lengthy Instagram post, she candidly shared her story, a confession filled with pain, yet also strength. She revealed that the complications had ruined her career and destroyed the confidence she once had. For the first time, the world understood that behind a legend lay unseen suffering. By 2022, Linda began to re-emerge. Although her appearance had changed, she still carried the beauty of experience and resilience. She participated in major fashion campaigns, appeared on prestigious magazine covers, and chose projects that celebrated her own legacy. While still living with the consequences of PH, she no longer hid. On the contrary, Linda became a powerful voice warning of the potential risks of modern cosmetic procedures. Today, Linda Evangelista continues to contribute to fashion in her own way, calmly, selectively, and more profoundly than ever. She is no longer just a supermodel. She is a symbol of courage and transparency. Rather than avoiding the spotlight, Linda uses her story to remind the world that even legends carry hidden wounds behind the camera, and that self-acceptance can sometimes be the greatest victory of all. Priscilla Presley's journey with cosmetic surgery has become one of the most frequently cited cautionary tales in Hollywood, a story that evokes both regret and sorrow each time it is recounted. Once celebrated as one of the most naturally soft and refined beauties of the 1970s, Priscilla possessed an elegant aura without any significant intervention. However, a turning point came in the early 2000s when noticeable changes to her appearance began to emerge, setting off a chain of events that would span decades. The root of it all began with what was deemed a fateful mistake. Priscilla was drawn in by the claims of someone posing as a cosmetic doctor, who in reality had no legal medical license. In a procedure widely reported by the media, this person injected Priscilla with low-grade silicone not approved for medical use and specifically never intended for the human face. This disastrous decision caused severe complications. Her cheeks and mouth became stiff, unevenly swollen, and lost the soft elegance that had once been her signature. The natural features that audiences once admired were permanently altered after just one procedure. In the following years, Priscilla faced a long and arduous journey of corrective work. Many experts believe that her current facial appearance is the result of numerous attempts at repair, from facelifts and laser treatments to filler injections aimed at balancing past damage. Yet those in the field know, once tissue is internally compromised, restoration is never simple. Each corrective procedure may offer some improvement, but it also carries the risk of making things even more complicated. The pain was not only physical. Priscilla also endured prolonged emotional distress. The media repeatedly scrutinized, speculated, and mercilessly commented on her appearance. For someone who once embodied classic beauty, these changes became a public pressure that few could easily bear. The public scrutiny only made her recovery journey even more burdensome. Today, Priscilla Presley chooses to live a quieter, more peaceful life. She occasionally appears at special events, mainly to honor her late daughter Lisa Marie Presley, and spend time with her grandchildren. Despite having weathered many storms, she maintains a calm demeanor and enduring love for her family, two qualities that have never faded from her character. Priscilla's experience is not only her personal story, but also a powerful warning to everyone. Cosmetic surgery must be performed by qualified, licensed, and reputable professionals. The face is delicate and precious. Even a small mistake can have lifelong consequences, both physically and emotionally. Priscilla Presley's story serves as a reminder that any one celebrity or ordinary person can be vulnerable. Choosing the right person to trust, especially regarding matters of the body, is not just important, it is crucial. Caution can sometimes protect a lifetime. Joan Van Ark, the veteran actress who made waves with the hit series Dallas and Knots Landing, has always been remembered by audiences for her refined, sweet, and deeply expressive face. Her beauty was once seen as a perfect blend of elegance and allure, a very classic Hollywood look. However, over time, Joan's appearance began to change in ways that surprised the public and caused some concern. Features that were once soft gradually became sharper and tighter, sparking debates about the extent of cosmetic interventions she may have undergone. Many experts in the cosmetic industry believe that Joan may have undergone a series of procedures aimed at preserving her youth, from facelifts and rhinoplasty to filler injections in multiple areas of the face. The combination of these methods significantly altered her appearance, to the point that many longtime fans who had adored her since her television heyday felt that Joan had become an entirely different version of herself. Among the most noticeable changes, Joan's newly slender and sharply defined nose draws the most attention. Experts suggest this could be the result of multiple rhinoplasty procedures. Additionally, her overly tightened skin, especially around the eyes and cheekbones, creates a smooth yet unnatural appearance. For some, this is a typical consequence of excessive cosmetic intervention, which can compromise the natural flexibility and unique character of the face. Despite the ongoing chatter, Joan Van Ark has chosen to live a composed and measured life. Today, she no longer appears on television as frequently, but she still participates in select artistic events and continues to advocate for the theater, the field she is deeply passionate about. Joan maintains a professional demeanor and shows appreciation for her audience regardless of the pressures and debates surrounding her appearance. Joan's journey also reflects the harsh pressures Hollywood places on female artists who have passed middle age. In an environment that celebrates youth, many actresses are forced to confront the difficult choice between preserving their appearance or allowing time to take its natural course. For Joan, the desire to maintain her radiance led to changes that were not easily reversible, a clear reminder that natural beauty can sometimes be the hardest thing to preserve. Joan Van Ark's story serves as a reminder that excessive cosmetic intervention can inadvertently erase the unique beauty that defines who we are. In the journey to preserve youth, balance and understanding one's limits are more important than anything. If you find her to be a powerful source of inspiration, leave a 1. If you don't completely agree, leave a 0. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our channel. And now, let's continue following the next developments with us. Meg Ryan was once the quintessential symbol of America's girl-next-door crush, not only for her gentle, sweet beauty, but also for her playful eyes and natural charm that made audiences feel an instant connection. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Meg dominated the romantic comedy genre with roles that left a lasting mark on popular culture. Films like When Harry Met Sally Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail turned her into the ideal girl next door, witty, warm, authentic, and full of life. That image not only propelled her to the peak of her career, but also earned her the admiration of millions for many years. Yet Hollywood is a place where youth is scrutinized under the harshest magnifying glass. As beauty standards became increasingly demanding, Meg, like many other female stars, turned to cosmetic procedures in the hope of preserving some of the radiance that had defined her signature charm. However, these changes did not produce the desired results. Fans began noticing noticeable differences in Meg's face, and many were taken aback when comparing her new appearance to the gentle, natural features they were familiar with. The first changes that drew attention were Meg's cheeks, which appeared significantly fuller than before. Some experts suggest this may have been the result of filler injections or fat grafting, giving her face a slightly swollen appearance compared to her naturally slender facial structure. Meg's forehead also became smooth and devoid of lines, likely the result of aggressive wrinkle-reducing procedures. Combined with potential facelift interventions, her overall appearance changed noticeably. Her eyes, once large and expressive, now appear smaller, and her facial expressions have become less flexible, diminishing the warmth and charm that were central to her performances. Faced with comment speculation and no shortage of criticism, Meg Ryan has never publicly explained or denied anything. Rather than getting swept up in the whirlwind of public opinion, she chose to step back, distancing herself from the spotlight that once defined her life. Meg dedicated her time to raising her children, focusing on writing, directing, and projects with personal meaning rather than seeking public acclaim. In the rare occasions she appears publicly, she maintains a discreet, independent, and composed demeanor, like someone who has learned to live life on her own terms, answering only to herself. Today, Meg Ryan's story stands as a clear testament to the invisible pressures placed on actresses in Hollywood. Even those celebrated for their natural beauty are not immune to the demand to maintain perfection in the eyes of the public. Meg has not lost her value because of changes in her appearance. On the contrary, her journey serves as a reminder of the relentless and often cruel beauty standards that society has imposed on women across generations. Meg Ryan's story demonstrates that a person's true value does not lie in perfect features, but in the courage to step beyond judgmental gazes and live authentically. Age is not the enemy, rather, it is the pressure to cling to the past that one must navigate with clarity and strength. Lara Flynn Boyle was once considered the perfect embodiment of the elegant and enigmatic beauty characteristic of 1990s Hollywood. With deep, expressive eyes, a strikingly angular face, and a cool yet refined demeanor, she quickly became one of the most beloved actresses of her generation. Notably, her role as Donna Hayward in Twin Peaks elevated her to iconic status, captivating audiences with the delicate yet powerful beauty she projected. Lara's career did not stop with Twin Peaks. she continued to flourish with a series of sharp, memorable roles in both film and television. She was recognized as one of the actresses with remarkable depth, embodying a rare blend of classic beauty and contemporary poise. For many years, Lara Flynn Boyle was regarded as a symbol of sophistication, a presence in the audience's memory that was difficult to replace. However, over time, changes in Lara's face began to draw attention in an unintended way. Photos taken in recent years show her face noticeably different from her peak career days. Fuller cheeks, plumper lips, and rounded contours led many to speculate that she had undergone cosmetic procedures such as fillers, fat grafting, or Botox. Some experts and longtime fans even suggested she may have had a nose job brow lift or even a facelift. These changes shifted the conversation about Lara away from her acting and memorable roles, turning it instead toward gossip, debate, and sometimes criticism of her appearance. Sadly, these physical alterations began to overshadow the artistic contributions she had once been so highly regarded for. The image of the Twin Peaks muse gradually gave way to that of an artist striving to cling to youth in an environment notoriously harsh toward women. Currently, Lara Flynn Boyle leads a quieter and more private life. She rarely appears at major events, choosing to step back and avoid the scrutiny of Hollywood. While she occasionally makes public appearances, it is clear that Lara has embraced a life of calm, freedom, and privacy, something that likely brings her a sense of peace that her peak fame could never provide. Lara's journey is a telling example of the invisible pressures Hollywood places on women, the demand to remain eternally youthful, regardless of time or natural laws. These pressures can cause even the most talented stars to lose themselves while trying to meet standards beyond their true needs and capacities. Lara Flynn Boyle's story reminds us that age is not the enemy. Societal pressures are what can truly erode one's identity. True beauty lies in confidence, acceptance, and valuing what one naturally possesses, rather than desperately clinging to an image that time has gently altered. Tara Reid first made a strong impression on audiences with her breakout role in American Pie. With her mischievous charm, girl-next-door innocence, and vibrant energy, Tara quickly became one of the most beloved faces of Hollywood's young actors in the late 1990s. Not stopping at this iconic film, she continued to showcase her talent through roles in The Big Lebowski, Josie, and The Pussycats, and numerous other projects, solidifying her status as a rising star with a bright future ahead. However, Tara's years of stardom began to take a different turn when she opted for cosmetic procedures. Instead of bringing the expected boost in confidence, these interventions triggered a series of incidents that heavily impacted her image and career. The most controversial event occurred in 2007, when an unexpected wardrobe malfunction on the red carpet inadvertently exposed the results of a poorly executed breast augmentation. The image spread rapidly, shifting public attention away from her acting abilities and onto scrutiny of her appearance. Later, in several interviews, Tara openly admitted that she had undergone additional procedures in an attempt to correct the results, including some body-enhancing treatments. Unfortunately, these efforts left noticeable scars, uneven skin tones, and stretch marks, all far beyond her original expectations. These changes became a hot topic on news sites and social media, placing Tara at the center of scrutiny no artist ever wishes to face. Yet despite facing criticism, harsh stares, and immense public pressure, Tara Reid did not let herself collapse. She chose to rise from disappointment, gradually reclaim her confidence, and continue pursuing the art she has always loved. In recent years, Tara has selectively reappeared on television, in films, and on social media, embracing a more natural and mature look while openly sharing the challenging journey she has endured. Today, Tara Reid is seen not only as a face of the golden era of American teen films, but also as a living testament to the resilience of artists who gradually overcome the pressures of image in an unforgiving industry. She continues to maintain a loyal fan base, those who admire her authenticity, perseverance, and resilient spirit more than any standard of beauty. Courteney Cox is one of the most beloved television icons of the 1990s, closely associated with the character Monica Geller in the classic series Friends. With her natural charm, graceful humor, and the warm energy of a girl next door, she captivated millions of viewers worldwide. Monica was not just a character, she was a model of dedication, strength, and sincerity, and Courteney Cox brought that character to the hearts of audiences with her gentle demeanor and impeccable comedic timing. Following the tremendous success of Friends, Courteney continued to showcase her versatility through a series of other projects. She displayed toughness in the popular horror franchise Scream, then shifted to charm and wit in the sitcom Cougar Town, where she not only starred but also served as a producer. Her career spans multiple genres, from comedy and romance to horror, solidifying her image as a talented and resilient actress. However, as Courteney's career continued to flourish, her appearance increasingly came under public scrutiny. Like many actresses in Hollywood, she faced the pressure to remain perpetually youthful, a heavy expectation that is difficult for anyone to withstand. In response to these pressures, Courteney candidly shared that she had experimented with cosmetic procedures such as fillers and anti-aging treatments. Her initial goal was simply to maintain the youthful look that had become her signature. But the results were not always as expected. Fuller cheeks and slightly stiffened lips surprised many. Some viewers even felt that her new appearance looked a bit overdone, altering the natural features that had been familiar on Courteney's face for years. Notably, attention gradually shifted from her impressive acting achievements to scrutinizing every minor change on her face, something that many artists find disheartening. What sets Courteney apart is her clarity and courage in confronting the issue. She didn't avoid or deny it. She openly acknowledged that some changes had made her unrecognizable to herself. From there, she decided to dissolve the fillers and return to a more natural appearance. Courteney shared that this decision made her feel much lighter, more comfortable, and confident. Her transparency has earned widespread respect from both audiences and colleagues. Today, Courteney Cox continues her artistic work, choosing roles that suit her and maintaining a balanced beauty, not chasing the unrealistic perfection that Hollywood often demands. On social media, she still presents a simple, approachable, and authentic persona. Courteney is not only a successful actress, but also a testament to maturity and self-acceptance in an ever-changing industry. Courteney Cox's story shows that true beauty does not come from trying to hold on to youth at all costs, but from confidence and self-acceptance. In an environment that constantly demands perfection, having the courage to live authentically and to correct what doesn't feel right is what makes a person more elegant and strong than ever. Once again, thank you for taking the time to watch until the end of the video. If this story has brought you emotions, a new perspective, or simply a quiet moment of reflection, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us in creating more authentic and meaningful content for you. We'll see you in the next videos.